Well, good evening, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear me here. I'm Joel Fritzma here at Michigan Storm Chasers, your advisor. Welcome into one of our first live streams in a little bit. Did you miss us, I guess? Make sure to hit that like button if you're just joining us here today. Feel free to share the stream as well. We're going to be going over the severe weather chances for tonight into tomorrow. And we'll also take a little bit of an extended look at the forecast for this weekend, too. General consensus right now will be the rain. But with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. Again, hit that like button if you're just joining here. It looks like you guys can hear me. Thank you for letting me know, Alan and Shannon. So we're going to go look at the first off, we're going to actually look at the convective outlooks here. So this is what we have for tonight. We got a marginal risk mainly just in place for southwest Michigan. We also have that general thunderstorm category in place for the entirety of the state, all 83 counties. And that is for what we see going on right now in west, or I guess you could say central Michigan, moving across the state very, very slowly today. Also leading to a little bit of flooding issues, but again, it's very light rain, so not too many flooding issues. We could see some storms pop up behind this initial rain by the time we get to like the midnight to 4 a.m. hours. Thunderstorms will be kind of few and far between, though. So they just put that thunderstorm category out there just in case there's a rumble of thunder tonight. And then we'll be looking forward to the 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock a.m. time frame for that severe weather that's over in Iowa right now to move kind of towards our location, towards southwest Michigan, towards the Berrien County, Van Buren, Cass, all those counties you see there in green. And again, if you're on the edge of that marginal risk, that would be 25 miles within a point. So you can kind of say safely that you're within the marginal risk for tomorrow. Here is the threats for overnight tonight. A little bit of a hail threat, 5%. Doesn't actually get over to the 69 corridor there. However, the winds do. They go a little bit further to the east here. And then, as we mentioned in our post this morning, the tornado risk is off to our west. And again, this is for overnight tonight. So that's good news there. We're going to go and look at the NAM 3K run here real quick, just to give you an idea of what that's supposed to go down as tonight. So actually a lot later, you can see some storms trying to develop here. This is 5Z. So this will be just after midnight, like I mentioned. perhaps across portions of west and central Michigan. And then you can see the main line there trying to keep its act together as it approaches Gary, Indiana, New Buffalo, Michigan. But then ultimately it takes a little bit of a dive south. There's also some thunderstorms that will kind of loop around the low. Got motorcycle issues here at the apartment. Bear with me here. The storms, again, around the low, they'll spin up into the UP. I should really close my window. Anyway, the storms that you can see dive to the south kind of just dissipate. And so at this point, we're thinking that the severe risk for tonight is pretty much next to zero at this point. But again, I'm going to be snap all night for you guys, just tracking this just in case. And yeah, so that would be tonight. We're going to take a look at the overall supercell composite just to kind of put things together here for tonight off the NAM3, of course. If it was 9 o'clock right now, we'd have access to the 0Z models, but again, it is not 9 o'clock yet. So if we are on long enough, we'll kind of watch them roll in. But we probably won't stay on too long tonight. So here's your supercell composite. You can see the brighter colors mean the higher the number. And as you get towards that 4 a.m. time frame, it gets towards Berrien County. But again, we're seeing values here 1 or less. And the supercell composite being at 1 or less basically means good luck getting a severe storm. So that's the current thinking for the NAM. Now we got to go look into Friday night now, which I will switch back to the SBC outlook for. Here's your risk. So this is a marginal risk for anywhere south of Roscommon, south of Cadillac for tomorrow night. Again, time frame for tomorrow night. It's going to be probably anytime after 7. We'll go over the models here, what they're thinking here in just a second. But here's your marginal risk. Again, anywhere south of Roscommon, anywhere south of Cadillac, kind of south of Lansing there as well. All of southwest Michigan, all of southeast Michigan, all of central Michigan. So again, anywhere in that green, 25 miles on the point. Marginal risk level 1 of 5. Not too shabby. Again, you could have a surprise day. Who knows? But as for the risk, or the probabilities, I should say, see the tornado risk. Again, this is what I kind of pointed out earlier in a post on our Facebook page, which again, if you're not following us on our Facebook page, Michigan Storm Chasers, there is a little bit of a very, very sneaky tornado threat that's kind of been developing over the last couple of model runs. By sneaky, it would be that brief pop-up, the tornado warning that gets us to go live or something like that. We cover it for 30 minutes and then it's gone. With the storm relative helicity, it went from next to nothing up to about 100 to 200, which is about the threshold for some spin in the atmosphere. We just wanted to point that out. But it's not going to be the primary risk by any means. Again, the primary risk for tomorrow will be damaging winds and the probability of some hail, mainly in West Michigan here, as you can see in that brown. Again, it's 5% to 14% chance of damaging winds and a 5 to 14% chance of damaging hail, again, within 25 miles of a point. So if you're in Grand Rapids and the hail happens in Muskegon, that's technically within 25 miles of a point, just to give you guys a little bit of reference there. And again, as you saw, that tornado threat for tomorrow is less than 2%. So it's going to be a very, very, very small risk if it does happen. So we'll go over to the models. So we'll go back to our storm relative helicity, which I was talking about, which is going to be our spin. And we'll take a look at the lowest kilometer in the atmosphere. So the 0 to 1 kilometer above ground level layer. You can see tonight, we actually have a good amount of it tonight, but it doesn't line up quite well with the storms that are still off to the west. So it's going to be just shifted off for a little bit. And so that's why it's going to be lesser severe tonight. And then we get into 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Here's 9 o'clock tomorrow. You can see a little bit of a reservoir start to pop up here of our SRH. And again, that's over 100, which is decent. It's not great, of course, for severe weather, but it's there nonetheless. It used to be lower than 100. Now it's, where it's sitting at right now. We'll take a look at the lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere as well, just to, kind of look at it. I was about to say for S and gigs, but I can't say a swear word on here because everyone's watching. But you know what I was going to get at with that. So here again, about 150. So not too bad in terms of spin. But again, it's very weak. So anything that does happen, we call it like a bird fart tornado. Okay. As for our other ingredients, so we kind of went over shear already. Lift, definitely there. I don't even have to show it, although I will, just in case. We do have a lot of shear, or a lot of lift with the low pressure in the system. Low pressure around us. Although it's a little bit displaced more further north. We want that low pressure system to be the low pressure center a little bit further south. And we see that all the way up there in northern Wisconsin. So it's not going to give us quite enough lift for tomorrow. You can see the brighter colors do stick around there. We are looking for values over or lower than -5. So -5, -6, -7 for severe weather. And we're seeing a little spots here and there about -4, -5, but not too great otherwise. So we have a little bit of a lifting mechanism, but it's not great. So we have so-so shear, so-so lift. Instability wise, though, that's going to ramp up tomorrow for sure. It's going to get hot. We'll go look at our surface-based CAPE. But again, with the timing being displaced a little bit later in the night, so at this point, it looks like it's going to be around and after 8 p.m., so about sundown. And so what happens is we're going to lose that instability from our daytime heating, and also the cap comes into place. So you guys might be asking yourself, well, what is the cap? It's basically a lid on the atmosphere. When the ground cools, it creates a little bit of a stable layer that basically prevents any parcels from the surface lifting up in the atmosphere and become moist parcels. So around 9 o'clock, when we start losing that sunlight out there, we get a stable layer. And so these storms can't become surface-based. These storms will be elevated, but they won't be surface-based. And so you'll have, storms on radar per se, but not a lot of like the damaging winds, for example, would be mixing to the ground. They'll stay elevated. So as you can see here, this is your CAPE for tomorrow. Not bad. At 11 o'clock at night, 1,500 joules. There's definitely a lot of CAPE out there. So a lot of instability, or a lot of juice, we like to call it. But as you can see on the photograph there, right there at the bottom, we call it a little bit of a warm nose, how it kind of sticks out like that. That's your cap. And that's what comes into place tomorrow. But we do have that spin in the atmosphere. We look for a little bit of a C shape on the photograph. You can see it there. It's kind of weak though, like I mentioned. So we went over shear, lift, instability, and then moisture, dew points. Sorry, y'all, moisture's coming back tomorrow. So we're going to have dew points close to 70 degrees. And we'll take a look at that right now for surface precipitation, which there it is. I know. You guys are, you guys thought you were done with the humidity, but here it comes. All the purple is dew points above 70. Again, this is 5 o'clock tomorrow. What you're currently seeing, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Again, it does taper off at night, but you're seeing dew points well into the high 60s at 1 a.m. in the morning. So it's going to be a muggy night out there tomorrow night. So we have a lot of instability, a lot of moisture, but we have a so-so lift and so-so shear. So lots of so's there, by the way. We'll see. If anything can become surface-based, you will see that damaging wind threat, a little bit of a hail threat too, and then the sneaky tornado threat at this point, again, lower than 2%. So overall, good news for people who don't want tornadoes. But we will also mention one more thing before I go to the comments here is the rainfall. And it's kind of an underlying threat here for tomorrow. We look at our quantitative precipitation. So as we mentioned in our Facebook post earlier today, it's going to be a off and on sort of weekend. And you can see that here with your precipitation tracks and the heaviest of storms. Some places could see not even 1/10 of an inch. And you have some places in here, at least off the QPF here, that are putting up upwards of 2 to 3 inches of rain. So there is a marginal risk in effect by the Weather Prediction Center for excessive rainfall for tomorrow and Saturday, and I believe on Sunday as well, but that's kind of tapering off on Sunday. So we're also going to look at one more thing here. One more thing. Bear with me, and then I'll get to the comments. I know you guys are all chatting here. Is what the radar is actually going to look like for later this weekend. So we'll go back to our composite reflectivity. So as you can see, the storms are struggling to fire tomorrow night. That's, again, 1 a.m. into the overnight hours, and then it dissipates very quickly as it gets to the east side of the state. So east side of the state, you may luck out. We'll have to see. I will be getting a forecast map out later tonight, so I'll have more of a definitive of where the risks are going to be, and I guess timing as well. But again, it's a very fluid system right now. What happens tomorrow could affect what happens on Friday night. So as you can see here on Saturday, lots of showers and thunderstorms just spinning around that low in cross portions of the entirety of Lower Peninsula and even up there in the UP. And I believe there's a little bit of lake effect as well up there in the mountain ranges in Marquette County. So interesting to see. We got to switch it over to the low resolution NAM to see the rainfall for Sunday, unfortunately. So here you go. So this is Saturday still. Internet's being very slow right now. I'm sorry. Saturday night. And here is Sunday. Again, it's low resolution, so it's not quite accurate, but it will probably cause troubles for the race, unfortunately, for those of you who are going to the Michigan International Speedway on Sunday. Now the race is at 2:30. So bring an umbrella, bring a rain poncho. It could be delayed a little bit. We'll have to see. Again, that low is being very pesky, and it's going to just kind of stall over the state for the next 2 to 3 days. Now, with that being said, I will turn it to the comments here and flip it back over to I'll switch it over here to the day 2 so you guys can see what's coming for tomorrow. Because at this point, I believe if any threat's going to materialize, it's going to be tomorrow night. But again, I'll be up all night watching the radar just in case, just for you guys, sacrificing my sleep schedule. So yeah, I will switch over to comments here. There are, 263. That's wild. Ashley, thank you for becoming a member for the 4th month here at MSC. Appreciate you. And thank you for the nice comment. And Red Dozer with the $20 super chat here on YouTube. Thank you very much, Red Dozer, as always, for your support of our channel. The only one in here tonight. Jump back over the chat here. I'll do my best answering questions. But again, timing for everybody here, just to kind of reiterate, timing for tonight's stuff. So the very, very slim marginal risk that we have for Southwest Michigan, that's going to be after 4 a.m. tonight. Now we could see some thunderstorms anywhere between, I guess you could say, about 10 o'clock tonight and 4 a.m. That would be non-severe. But that main line that's over there in Iowa still is going to be your main stuff that does, if it does materialize, will impact Southwest Michigan. So again, 4 a.m. to about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning is that day 1 marginal, and then the day 2 you see on your screen right here is for tomorrow night around 7 o'clock. It would be the earliest start time for West Michigan, but I believe this is going to be probably closer to 9, 10, even closer to midnight or 1 a.m. if it does make it all the way across to the east side of the state. So we have perhaps a couple late nights, I guess, coming up, but we'll see. If enough of you guys ask nicely, maybe we'll just skip out on the severe completely. Actually, I will switch it back here to the NAM 3. I actually didn't check the HRRR model. I will check that. But again, the 0Z doesn't come out for another hour here, so we have to go off the 18Z. Severe weather, updraft helicity tracks. Updraft, so this is your perhaps reflectivity for tonight, showing a little more action for Southwest Michigan, but still very spotty. And that's 8 a.m. So this is what you're seeing right now, or for tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on your screen right now. That disappears by the noon time frame. We could also have a couple renegade showers tomorrow before the main deal, at least according to the HRRR. And then it puts a little bit of a line segment across portions of northern lower and portions of West Michigan before it runs out of its instability and better moisture by the time it gets to that 127 corridor. So again, I think Southeast Michigan, for the most part, will be good for tomorrow. Don't take my word on it, but according to the reflectivity that we've been seeing both on the NAM and the HRRR, you guys might look out. So now, unfortunately for Southwest Michigan, who's seen 6 tornadoes already this year, which accounts for half the state, it's going to be another thing we have to watch. So, not saying there will be a tornado, of course. but there's a very, very, very sneaky threat that it could materialize. So back to the comments. See, Red Dozier has gifted 5 memberships here on Michigan Storm Chasers YouTube. So again, if you are a free subscriber here on YouTube, again, subscribing is free. You can do that easily. Just set up an account. Go ahead and subscribe. Check your accounts. You may have just been gifted a 30-day membership courtesy of Red Dozier. Again, that will expire automatically if you don't renew. And thank you, Red Dozier, for your support of the channel. Hurricane, I am in my apartment up at CMU, so unfortunately I do not have my cat around me. For those who are members here on YouTube, the cat sticker is my cat. So Saturday is, I did mention it about 5 minutes ago. I went over the loop there. On Saturday, it's just going to be an off and on sort of, it kind of looks like lake effect. It will kind of look like lake effect on radar, but it won't be. Just showers kind of just circling around all day. So it's going to be hit or miss. I can't tell you exactly when and where and what cities are going to get hit at what times. I can only give you like time frames. But 5 o'clock for Portage, I saw that comment there. Expect rain, maybe expect not rain, but expect the rain to be off and on. Again, this is a marginal risk, so it's a very low-end threat. So not too bad. But again, it's something we have to monitor here because it can sneak up on us with just the smallest of ingredients. And again, another thing I was looking at behind the scenes earlier is 3 Cape and surface vort, which are things that aren't, well, I guess 3 Cape is a value that you can see on our models, but surface vort is a sneaky little like kind of cheat code that we look at behind the scenes on our mesoscale analysis page. So we'll keep an eye on that. If that couples with the good amount of 3 Cape, that could, you know, spin up something. But again, that's more of a now casting. We're going to take that hour by hour. Take the shampoo outside and enjoy the free water. Yes. Sunday going to be a little bit more of the same thing on Saturday. It'll start to depart on Sunday very slowly from west to east. So if you're on the east side of the state, you could expect rain all the way through Sunday night. It could dry out early or by midday for West Michigan and portions of the UP, but at this point, I would just count on off and on rain, similar to Saturday. Take my face full so you can see me here. Yes, dancing. And for those who are holding it again, I guess you could say holding it against me, since we've kind of gone over the briefing already, but we did reach 20,000 subscribers on YouTube a little bit ago, and I still haven't done my dance for that yet. So that'll be here at the end of the live stream, which I will take dance suggestions, and then I'll put a poll up. No, I have not danced yet, but I'll do that at the end of this live stream. Give me some suggestions in chat. I'll put them in a poll, and you guys can vote on them while we're still taking questions here for the severe weather briefing. Oh, eyelash in the eye. That is the worst. Fire up chips. That is right. Actually, the license plate. And I have a flag in the corner of my room. Julie has a whole list just queued up. That's awesome. Kalamazoo Portage area. So I'll go back to the risk here. So this is tomorrow evening. And then actually this is going to be overnight tonight. Again, I'm just going to leave it on the day too, because at this point, it looks like that threat is going to be pretty much zero, unless you live in like Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties for tonight, or 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. overnight into tomorrow morning. And then Kalamazoo area, again, after 7 p.m. at the earliest tomorrow night. I've already done the chicken dance, unfortunately. All right, I'll start typing in some of the things here while you guys keep asking some questions. Olympic break dance. I can't break dance. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's going to be, if you do have outdoor activities this weekend, it will be a little bit rainy. Expect to bring an umbrella with you. Oh, before I forget, quick shout out to our sponsor, Cats Roofing and Siding, Cats with a K and a Z, over there in Potterville, Michigan. Appreciate them for supporting our channel here. Again, if you want to advertise with us, you can just send us an email. We do appreciate it. If you do contact them, let them know Michigan Storm Chaser sent you. We could see some delays for the Michigan race for sure on Sunday. If it clears out quicker, it might be drier quicker, but again, this is going to be very, very slow stalling. A little bit due to the fact that we do have, what's the hurricane that's out there right now? It starts with an E. That's moving up the East Coast, and that kind of blocks the rest of the systems from crossing the United States. So that's what's going on right now. High waves inbound for the New England area. All right, I'll put the Dougie in here. Unfortunately, I can't play music, but copyright reasons. Again, I'm the only one here tonight. Obligations with Ryan, so just got me tonight. Chandler may pop in later, depending if he gets out of work. Otherwise, you guys got me for the rest of the stream here. Ernesto, yeah. I have not seen the Deadpool dance. I'm sorry. Woodward Dream Cruise, I saw what's going on this weekend. Yep. Battle Creek, yeah, risk could definitely decrease a little bit tonight for sure. It's already very low as it is. Again, level 1 of 5, and you guys are on the edge of that over there. But tomorrow, solidly in that green that you see on the screen. That is marginal risk. Every time I go to Mount Pleasant, I'm like, hi, Joel. Yeah. Thing is, for those who have watched some of our other milestones roll in, so 10K, 15K, I have already done the chicken dance. I have already done the Macarena. I can do it again if you guys want me, if that's really what people want to see. But Michigan Storm Chasers rap song, I feel like we would be canceled and then also labeled as cringe. So, of course, you know, me dancing is already cringe, and I accept that. So, okay, I'm gonna look up the Deadpool dance because you guys are requesting it. Chance of lightning, yes. The lightning and the flooding threat cannot go unnoticed. Again, you could see a little bit of a low end flooding threat. A couple flash flood advisories could be issued over the course of the next couple days. So keep an eye on that. But again, cloud to ground lightning density will be up, especially with that line that should come through tomorrow night. But again, there's a lot of fail modes going on right now with both of these systems. So a lot of places may just luck out and not see anything besides rain over the next, 3 days. But we'll keep an eye on it. All right, look, I'm a really good dancer, and I danced a lot in my days. But there are just some that I just don't know the name to. Oh gosh, the Deadpool dance, that would take a lot of training. I just quickly saw it. I have not done the sprinkler. I will add that. SPC watch party night? Probably not. I might actually take a nap for a little bit, if I'm gonna be honest. I do wanna, get a little bit of sleep so I can be up at like 4 a.m. for this. I'm also the only one here. YMCA. Okay. I got my 4 now. And again, there'll be other milestones. Spread the word. If you guys are only following us on Facebook, we have 192,000 people that follow us on Facebook, but only 20,500 on YouTube. So if we got everybody to follow us on YouTube, that would be a lot of Joel dancing. Because again, every 5,000 we hit a milestone. Yep, tomorrow morning, Southwest Michigan. And then it'll be mainly almost everyone in the Lower Peninsula, south of Roscommon and south of Cadillac tomorrow night. Southeast Michigan. Honestly, Southeast Michigan, you guys may luck out. Just taking a glance of what I've been seeing over the past 12 hours here. In terms of severe, you guys may luck out and not get any. But it will still be a rainy one. So prepare accordingly if you do have weekend plans. Yeah, we could take a look at the photographs, actually. The projected photographs. I have to go back to our handy dandy HRRR. Just kidding. Oh, yeah, they do have it on here. Photographs. So this is photographs coupled with Cape. Really wish my internet was not this slow. Interesting. Yeah, you're looking for the C. So this would right here is a little bit of a C for Southwest Michigan. But as you can see, we get to the 11 o'clock hour. Boom, all our Cape is go. We still have Cape hanging around, but it's it's slowly going away. So as the day goes on or the night goes on, so this is 1 a.m. It looks like it may maintain its strength across the entire state from west to east. But again, this threat for Southeast Michigan is to be very, very low. But we can't rule it out. I mean, it's a marginal risk. So sneaky tornado threat, perhaps. Rainfall through tomorrow. Rainfall through the weekend. It depends on where the precipitation swaths go. Some places could see maybe a quarter of an inch at most. Other places could see 2 to 3 inches. So it's going to be a very, very big hit or miss sort of weekend. And Alexis, there is enough humidity. So the dew points are rocketing back up into the 70s for tomorrow. So we will have the moisture and we will have the instability. So the I and the M of slim. We're kind of lacking that lifting mechanism for tomorrow. It's borderline there, but it's not like we want it. We want to see it like -10 if we want a good ample lift. And we're only at -5, which is that borderline that we reference here in severe weather ops. And then, like I mentioned earlier in the stream here, our storm relative helicity, it's above 100. Not bad, but you're going to want closer to 200 for tomorrow. And it could still happen. It depends on how this whole thing plays out overnight tonight. That's why I'm going to be up watching it. If nothing happens and the storms tomorrow actually go quicker, then we could see more of a severe threat for tomorrow evening. Again, if we want this to be a severe threat from the entire state from west to east, it's got to start at like 5 or 6 p.m. tomorrow. If it starts at 8 p.m. like it's forecast right now, it's only going to be maybe West Michigan, Eastern Michigan. You guys are going to look out. Oh, Cotton Eye Joe, I can do that. I will. Ooh, which one should I replace though? I'll replace the floss because that one can be used later. Thank you for suggesting that. Again, the poll will be going up on Michigan Storm Chasers YouTube. So if you're watching here on YouTube, you'll see it here pop up in the comments in just a second. All right. Poll is going. I'll leave it going for a little bit while I keep answering some questions here. The Renegade. I will have to look that up because I know I have seen it before. I just forgot it. Any other questions here for the weather? I've weathered you guys all out there. Ha ha, knee slapper. I'm going to be a great dad. I have a lot of dad jokes queued. Short recap. Yes. So tomorrow, or sorry, I should say overnight tonight, right now, between now and like 4 a.m., showers and thunderstorms, very weak. The thunderstorms that do happen will probably not be severe. And then we have to start looking towards that 3 to 4 o'clock time frame at the earliest for Southwest Michigan. And that'll last through about 8 a.m. for pretty much all of Southwest Michigan if things do go severe. Again, that's going to be a hail and a wind threat. We don't expect anything in terms of a tornado threat tonight. And then we skip ahead a few hours. We might have a couple renegade storms throughout the day tomorrow for anywhere in lower Michigan and even the UP. Can't rule them out. Again, all 83 counties are in a thunderstorm category or marginal risk for tomorrow. And then we start to look towards perhaps the 7 o'clock time frame tomorrow night at the very earliest for West Michigan for a line of storms that'll swing off of Lake Michigan, move inland. It will be battling a cap issue. So again, that's an atmospheric lid. Once we get to that, the nighttime frame, we lose that surface instability. The ground cools and you get that surface kind of stable layer. So parcels can't lift from the surface. So everything will be elevated. We'll also be dealing with the lack of lift and a lack of rotation. It's there. It's just not going to be like over the top crazy like you would see for like a tornado outbreak, for example. So again, main threats tomorrow, damaging winds and hail for both threats tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. So hopefully that's a good quick recap for you guys who are just tuning in here. Southeast Michigan, like I've been saying here over this live stream, you guys may luck out. So Belleville, yeah, you guys would be included in that. It's actually starting to rain here in Mount Pleasant now, finally. It's been moving very slow all day. Correct. Yes, you're correct, Joey. If you don't get severe tomorrow, you will probably still see some rain. And you can't rule out, of course, the rumble of thunder that's non-severe. We do not have a timing map. I'm going to put together a forecast of my thoughts, and that'll go out sometime probably before midnight tonight. Again, I'm going to try and get it out, maybe work out. I don't know. I want to, take care of myself here. I actually get some sort of power nap in before I stay up all night. So again, hit that like button for my sleep schedule because it won't exist tonight. Somebody's got to do it. Current update on the dancing poll. Looks like Cotton Eye Joe is in the lead, 46%. I see you. Is Ryan in here? Interesting. Oh my gosh, he is. Hi, Ryan. If you haven't yet, we have that new Facebook group for weather reports. So if you guys get damage tomorrow, any sort of damage in terms of hail damage, wind damage, even tornado damage, go find Michigan Weather Reports on Facebook. It's a group and it's run by us. That's strictly for anything damage reports. You want to make sure you're very specific with your damage reports as well. So location and a time, and if needed, a measurement. So like if it's hail, get a dime or get some sort of coin and a ruler. There is enough room for perhaps a slight risk tomorrow that was mentioned in the Storm Prediction Center update. But right now they're optioning for the marginal. Again, that tornado threat tomorrow, there's less than 2%, which right now is fine. But the HRRR is a little more kind of on the hype end of things. Actually, the NAM lately has been, I know we've been talking about it over the last couple systems. NAM's been crazy off the charts. This system, NAM has not been hype at all. The HRRR is more hype than the NAM. So interesting change of scenery here, I guess you could say. But slight risk definitely possible, I would say, for the damaging wind threat. Again, that's the main hazard right now for pretty much the entire state. I would slight risk tomorrow. Ooh, we're just gonna have to wait and see until 2 a.m. because I don't feel at least comfortable saying where exactly the slight is tomorrow. But again, it shouldn't matter because anywhere in the state isn't a severe threat tomorrow for Lower Peninsula, minus, way up there by the bridge. So you should be preparing accordingly. Make sure you have a severe weather plan ready. What does that look like? Glad you asked. Make sure you have, enough non-perishable food in your weather safe space. Make sure you have shoes, things to protect your head, weather radio, flashlight, all that jazz, in case you do have to take shelter in an interior room or storm shelter for whatever reason. That's great. We do not recommend being in a mobile home. I know it's not much of an option for some of you guys, but we highly recommend you guys to find alternate shelter in the event there is a tornado warning or even like a strong severe thunderstorm warning. Because again, things that are not anchored, not a safe place to be. Even vehicles, again, I mean, it's barely maybe a step up from a trailer park, or from a mobile home, I guess you could say. But again, you want something that's going to be bolted to the ground. Again, that's if you guys get like a severe warning. Thank you guys for the nice comments. Yep. So severe threat for tomorrow is going to be for southwest. So tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Tomorrow morning, Southwest Michigan. Sorry. I know some of you guys have been here since the start, but a lot of people are still jumping in here. Southwest Michigan, 4 to 8 a.m. And then tomorrow evening, beyond 7 p.m. is going to be probably the earliest start for West Michigan. And then as it gets over to Eastern Michigan, it'll be probably closer to maybe if it goes really, really slow. Like the bunker's right for tomorrow, which is our storm movement. It's like 20 to 25 knots. So it's very, very slow. Again, with that low pressure just kind of turning very, very slowly up there. 20 knots across the entire state. It's going to be probably 5 to 6 hours just to cross the entire state if it stays together. So that means 2 a.m. at the latest for eastern Michigan. It could go even later. But yeah, we did go over, so if you guys are just jumping in, we did go over everything at the beginning of the live stream as well in terms of the Storm Prediction Center risk, again, marginal risk for Southwest Michigan tonight. And then we went over the WPC, which is the rainfall, which again, for those who are maybe concerned about rainfall, 2 to 3 inches at most over the next 3 days, depending on where the heaviest swaths of rain set up. You guys, if the rain just somehow misses your house, we could have that. We could have some examples out there. I'm not saying it could be you, but some places may just get missed completely all 3 days, given that it's going to be very, hit or miss everywhere. So some places may see less than a quarter of an inch of rain. Ashley, no S word. Ryan's jumping in here and putting a super chat down just to say everyone vote Dougie. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat. Cotton Eye Joe has a huge lead right now. It's not even close. Like, you're going to need like insurmountable flip. %48 to 19%. Yeah, thanks for supporting the team, Ryan, even though you are part of the team. Any other storm questions here? We got 435 of you guys in here right now between both platforms, YouTube and Facebook. If you don't follow us on either, here's your reminder. And we're live on both. We have quite the mod room over here on YouTube, I will say. A lot of friendly mods here. Shout out to the mods. So if you're looking for an active chat room, we got it here. We have a war between Cotton Eye Joe and Dougie. Julie with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Julie. Saying everyone vote Cotton Eye Joel. Ha ha. So funny. And thank you, Julie. Isaac chiming in with a $2 super chat saying MSC is on top. That is absolutely true. No one does it better here in the great state of Michigan. Appreciate your support, Isaac. Again, for those who are new here, we have probably a couple of you guys in here right now. We do cover every single severe thunderstorm warning, every single tornado warning on a volunteer basis, mind you, 24/7, 365 days a year. So with the limited staff we can, we're here for you. Julie is buying votes right now. Yeah. There's some messages that are getting piled on top of each other here. The tornado risk right now from the SBC is lower than 2% for those who are just tuning in. And that's for the both threats for tonight and tomorrow morning, and then again tomorrow night. No problem. Joel should do a requested dance for every $100 donation. You know what? If someone does a $100 donation, I will do the dance that they choose. Why not? Or if someone gifts, I don't know, 50 MSC memberships and puts a message in there, I will do an extra dance. Well, I promised you guys, every time we hit a milestone here on YouTube, every 5,000 now. So. Nicole, I already did discuss it. I will reiterate, though. Saturday, it's kind of going to look like a lake effect snow event kind of on radar, but just expect hit or miss showers and a couple thunderstorms on Saturday throughout the entirety of the state. all day. Again, that low pressure is not going anywhere on Saturday at all. It's pretty much going to stay up there in the UP. And then it'll stay frozen. It'll start to move out by Sunday. We'll see the thunderstorms kind of diminish a little bit. We'll still see showers hanging around, but that'll move out west to east as the day goes on, clearing out for the start of your work week next week. Maybe Pikachu. If someone's crazy enough to do that, then yes. And again, you guys don't have to donate. It's totally optional. Sorry, I'm not pressuring you guys to donate or anything, but Ryan's buying votes now. Says no, don't listen to Julie. Everyone vote Dougie. $10 super chat. Thank you, Ryan. It's getting closer. 40. It's getting closer. It's 45% to 24% now. And just remember, if I don't do it for the 20,000, once we hit 25,000 on YouTube, then I'll do my next dance. And again, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube yet, you're missing out. All right, Jazz. There's 50 gifted memberships for those who are subscribed here on YouTube for free. Also, more incentive to follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube. Again, free to do. 50 gifted memberships, courtesy of Jazz. Thank you, Jazz, very much. So, Jazz, if you want me to do a dance, a specific dance, let me know. I just have to know what it is. If you get 50 again, it's just one. It just had to be more than 50. But right now, I'm currently in line to do the Cotton Eye Joe. Am I lagging for you guys? I'm getting feedback on I'm watching on YouTube here on the left side. It looks like I'm lagging. Okay, no lag. Perfect. Sweet. All right, I will end the poll at 9:17 p.m. So you got 3 minutes here to try and get votes. Jazz with the $10 super chat. Thank you, Jazz. Saying freestyle and then whatever the vote result is. All right. So I have to come up with my own dance moves. You got it. And thank you, Jazz, as always, for your support of the channel and being a mod here. You're awesome. Any other weather questions while we have the time here? Catastrophic, you can go to sleep tonight for sure in Grand Rapids. I would say watch out tomorrow afternoon and evening. Memberships are rigged. They're randomly handed out. So again, we only have like 21,000 of you guys following here on YouTube, and gifted memberships are handed out all the time. So the odds are fairly favorable, especially if someone does get 50. Just make sure you have gifted memberships turned on. Again, if one of the mods wants to drop the instructions for that in the chat, for those who are new to subscribing on YouTube, feel free to do that. The poll is on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's popping up on Safari, but you might have to go to your desktop to see it. Whistle Pig, you can email us about becoming a Chaser Partner Network. You have to send us an email, and then we will send you a form/test to kind of fill out, and we'll go from there. Storms that come out of the east, are they usually the strongest? Sometimes. Sometimes they can be. Again, with a low pressure system, with storms moving, spin around like that, we already have a lot of spin in the atmosphere and a good lifting mechanism. So crazy things can happen, but usually only in hurricanes. So we don't really have many hurricanes except for, the tropical storm barrel that we had. Ryan became a member here. Everybody applaud Ryan. He became a member of our own channel. Thank you, Ryan. He gave up trying to get a gifted one. But for those who are looking to get some sleep, I would say do it now. Severe won't start for Southwest Michigan until 4 a.m. if it does start. East side of the state, you guys are good tonight. Central Michigan, you guys are good tonight. Northern Michigan, UP, you guys are also good tonight. Showers, thunderstorms still going to be existing out there, but nothing severe. Weekly weather quizzes, maybe. Randomly rigged. That's funny. Ryan says I am the team. For those of you guys are not here in YouTube, comment section is going crazy right now. Quick plug for our social media. Again, Facebook, YouTube, top 2. We also have X or Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. I gave that look because perhaps there might be some dances in the future if I'm bored. So to keep an eye out for that. But again, the tag for all of our social media accounts is at MI Storm Chasers. Mike, the tornado threat for tomorrow for Genesee County, so anywhere in the state tomorrow is going to be less than 2%. Kevin. Welcome, Ryan. Hope you stick around. That's hilarious. Nope, I'm firing him, even though he's the president. It's a coup. Just kidding. Yes, I will be dancing here soon. Oh yeah, I forgot to end the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. End poll. Cotton Eye Joe is the winner. Hooray. I get to do the Cotton Eye Joe. So no Dougie. And I also have to do a dance courtesy of Jazz. So if I try to do a backflip, you will see me break my neck on stream. And we don't want to see that. Were you a dancer in your past life or something? No, I'm just a good dancer. I don't know. Maybe we'll just start an MSC randomness channel. I'll start doing like gaming and quizzes and stuff like that. And we'll also post them on TikTok. I don't know. Plenty of ideas we can go with that. If Ryan wants to see the Dougie, he should do it himself. Like if that's the correct answer. Camping this weekend whatsoever, like north of Muskegon, very rainy. Expect rain showers and the isolated thunderstorm all weekend, unfortunately. And a lot of you guys have weekend plans this weekend, so. It's pretty much the same story across the board for those who are just jumping in here. It's going to be Saturday, Sunday, rain and thunderstorms of the normal variety, at least for right now. But severe will be tomorrow mainly. So that includes Mount Pleasant. I saw that was asked. I will throw... Sorry. Isaac asks, when is Ryan going to dance in $2 super chat? Originally, it was supposed to be 100K, but he's bumping up to 117K right now. So that might be never. Again, you guys are our crowd. Can't do it without you guys. So if you want to advertise the YouTube channel crazily, it's the only way we're going to see Ryan dance. So you guys got it. We can only do so much by spreading the word. It was, again, originally it was 100,000, but he bumped up to 117,000 for no reason whatsoever. And yes, I'm calling you out, Ryan. Round 2 for tomorrow night is supposed to start around 8 o'clock. 7 to 8 o'clock for West Michigan. Anyways, I'm going to put the radar up right now. Have it going in the background. It lets me. It's so slow. There we go. It's a very wet one out there tonight. It'll be coming down moderately, I guess you could say. Elizabeth Nelson, back for, or has now been a member for a month here, going on to month 2, with a comment saying, just enjoying watching you guys grow so much in the last year or so. I've been hooked since day one of some summer day last year. We'll always keep supporting you all. Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for that very nice comment. I see you're rocking the MSC merch as well. Appreciate that. And hope to see you around more here at MSC. Congrats on 1 month. And if you want a Michigan Storm Chasers shirt, just type in holisty.co. Anything on that store we own. So it goes right back into keeping this channel running. It's about that time, though. Yep, a lot of people ask about MIS rain. And Saturday will probably be, if anything, the biggest washout of it all. And then Sunday it'll start moving out. So perhaps the race gets in on Sunday, but we'll see. Thank you, Ferraro. We do hope so, too. Marginal risk for tomorrow. So it's a level 1 of 5 on the risk scale. So it's a very low-end threat, but it's a threat nonetheless, so we got to keep an eye out for that. Gaylord will be pretty much in the clear for anything severe over the next 24 hours. If we get 1 million followers, I think you'll see all 5 of us be dancing. We'll do a collective dance, all 5 of us. Me, Ryan, Chandler, Alex, Nick, all of us. AE, welcome to the channel here. Thank you for joining the team and your support here at MSC. It was very appreciated, and we hope you stick around. Ionia, same sort of story there. Well, severe will be after 7 p.m. tomorrow. Should avoid the severe tonight, though. Watch out for severe over in the Chicagoland area, Matthew. But it's going to be very low end. Can go make 1 million Google accounts. Okay. But again, the ratio from Facebook followers to YouTube followers is very, very large. So if we put out like a huge PSA on Facebook for everyone to at least they don't have to watch us on YouTube, but get an account and subscribe to us on YouTube for free. That'd be great. Again, that way we can see Ryan dance sooner. Severe tomorrow, anywhere in Lower Peninsula, mainly. I'm going to say mainly south of US 10, but it could traverse a little bit further north of that. It's very slow moving. If you haven't taken your dog out now, do it now. Otherwise, it's gonna rain for a lot of the night, especially eastern and northern lower. It's awesome, Elizabeth. Thank you for repping us. Have I heard of the subscribe on YouTube challenge? No, I have not. I will take me full because now I got to do the dance. I know a lot of you guys are waiting here, so I will kind of bump it down. You can kind of see my floor. Don't worry, I just vacuumed. Isaac, don't say that. We just went over the models. Do I have to quickly check? Okay, I will quickly check. Interesting. So for you guys can't see behind the scenes here, but it pops up thunderstorms around 3 o'clock tomorrow. Was not modeled previously, so that's a change for those who are just wondering. So on top of the fact we'll still have tomorrow night's stuff, there's now a line of thunderstorms possible after 2 o'clock tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Thank you, Isaac, for bringing my attention to that, because that is a huge, huge change. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do the dance because you guys are waiting. So Cotton Eye Joe. Move my chair in here before I smack my foot. So the Cotton Eye Joe is very simple. I just gotta think about it in my head. So it's different from the line dancing. So it's usually forward, forward, back, back, forward, front, down, back. I'm actually gonna close my window shade because I don't need people looking in here and watching me make myself a fool. So you can't see the footwork because my chair is in the way. Goodness. All right. You guys ready? Also got the grout fit going on here, the entire black. So, all right, Cotton Eye Joe is forward, forward, back, back, forward, up, forward, back, spin, 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 clap, spin, 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 clap. And that's repeat. Up, back, spin, 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 clap, spin, 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 clap. And then sometimes people do like the do-si-do thing where they kind of just, at the instrumental part, they kind of dance around. So that's that. But again, I'll do it one more time. So again, it's really easy to learn. So if you do 2 foot forward, 2 foot back, and that's forward, up, forward, back. And then you just do a spin, 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 clap, spin back the way you came, clap again, and repeat. So I could really become a dance instructor and teach you the Cotton Eye Joe like I just did. All right, Justin, it is a grout fit. I'm just kidding. It's not a sweatshirt. So there's your dance for 20,000 subs on YouTube. Thank you guys. Oh, I forgot. Jazz donated as well. I have to do another freestyle dance. But I'm going to actually, real quick, I'm going to take back the model run for tomorrow because I know a recent development says, watch out. All right, let me make sure this is sharing. yeah, I was in the wrong one. So let's go to 0Z HRRR. Curious to see how this overlaps with the Cape. There's not enough Cape though. Actually, there is. No, there's not. That's not bad. Photographs. Not bad either. I'm gonna go switch it over to our storm relative helicity here, which is our spin, just to kind of cross reference here. Sorry, I'm speaking to myself, y'all. That's below 100. So storms tomorrow afternoon look like they're gonna. Oh my. Storms tomorrow afternoon look like they're not gonna be capable of a tornado threat, but we are gonna still be watching. Perhaps similar to what we saw August 6th, where we have one storm fire off the lake and do its funky little thing here. Because I'm seeing SRH values of over 200. Like I mentioned, 200 is kind of that threshold there for some good spin. And especially in a lower 1 kilometer of the atmosphere for West Michigan there, we'll have to watch out for. So at least according to the 0Z HRRR model here, we look like it's like a carbon copy of what we saw on our August 6th, maybe a little bit further north towards the Grand Rapids area. We'll see. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't do it with music. Especially Cotton Eye Joe is very copyrighted, so what if we could? But now, if I did it on TikTok, absolutely. The storm's at 3, stabilize the atmosphere. So stabilize means, stabilizing basically means that the environment does not become capable of severe. So it becomes harder for severe to develop. Given how much CAPE we'll have tomorrow afternoon, the atmosphere will just be destabilizing, meaning becoming more potent for severe weather to develop. Again, as you just saw, the SRH for tomorrow, which is our spin, not greatest, but we're watching tomorrow night still, which seems to be the primary factor. We're still going to be watching throughout the day tomorrow, no matter what, if something does go severe. Because again, originally Southeast Michigan was in the clear, but with that stuff that just popped up on the HRRR model for tomorrow afternoon, we could see a tiny little bit of a damaging wind and hail threat pop up for Southeast Michigan and the thumb. Elizabeth, thank you again for donating here, the $10 super chat. Keep on dancing, Joel. I will do that. If you guys want to encourage me to dance on TikTok, I will. So thank you again for your support. Downstairs neighbors called and complained. I don't have any neighbors here yet. Now, my roommates do move in like 5 days. So then they will start hearing me. But I'm here by myself right now. Cheeseburgers are good. Absolutely. Can hum it. Montcalm County, severe, best bet for severe would be tomorrow evening for Montcalm County. Yes, MSC after dark, absolutely. Again, our TikTok channel is at MI Storm Chasers. If I do ever dance on there, you'll see it there. Yep, I will not forget Jazz's dance. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I might just look like a fool. So people who are just asking, who are just jumping in here very late, severe threat for tomorrow is going to be Southwest Michigan, 4 to 8 a.m., very low chance. And then perhaps a couple severe thunderstorms possible tomorrow afternoon, anytime around that 2 o'clock and after time frame. Could be mainly for eastern Michigan and portions of central and northern lower. And then we look forward towards, or we look, I guess you could say, into tomorrow night for the line that would form off the lake, and then it could latch onto perhaps like a triple point or something there, where we see a little bit of enhanced spin. Again, the lift is still not great, but sneaky things can happen. We're not even taking into account that there could be some surface vorticity off the lake there, and our 3 cape could be just, I saw earlier before these metal runs came in, about 200 3 cape, which anything over like 100, again, kind of similar to our SRH values, anything over 100, sufficient enough to get things spinning, things going. We have 200 3 cape, 200 storm relative helicity, so could be a sneaky tornado threat tomorrow evening for West Michigan. Oh, great, my dance is on Twitter. Well, speaking of Twitter, you guys should go follow me on Twitter because I'm very close to 1,000 followers there. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen, actually, if I have it here. I don't know if, oh, there it is. So it's at Joel_Fritzma. I'm almost to 1,000 there if you guys want to go give me a follow. It's just sports and weather stuff. I ran about the Detroit sports teams all the time, so perhaps a swear word or two. You know how it'd be living in Michigan. Discord channel, perhaps coming soon. Stay tuned. Okay. I'm trying to think of a go-to dance here. I could just, no, I can't do the gritty again. It's been overused. Ryan, did you miss the dance I did? Sorry. Chance of a QLCS tornado. It's possible. I would say that tomorrow's mode is going to be kind of semi-supercellular. We'll see. QLCS definitely still in play, though. Yeah, let me full screen the model again here. Show you guys. So this is, yeah, at this point, it doesn't even show anything happening for Southwest Michigan overnight tonight. It just shows thunderstorms for a lot of the state between now and 8 a.m. And then here is noon. So this is noon, what you see on your screen. So we could see storms firing in West Michigan as soon as noon to 1 p.m. Boy, I might want to sleep. Depending on what they can latch onto there, that would be severe through about, so this is 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then we have more cells firing behind it at 5 p.m. Short-lived. And then we have the thing coming off the lake at about 10 o'clock at night. And not to forget anyone in the UP, we have storms up there as well that are be circling around the low where the best lift is at. So we could see multiple rounds tomorrow now. So I will be getting a forecast out and then going to bed probably. But I'm going to be probably, the radar will be on my monitor over here. Sweet. Thank you, Thank you, Marie. Again, it's just, I don't really have much of a filter when it comes to Twitter. And it doesn't represent, what we post on Twitter does not represent Michigan Storm Chasers. We're a separate entity. We're our own people, obviously. So what I post on my page is not representative of MSC. Just a disclaimer there. Nicole, you had me concerned for a second. I thought you said MSC is going to be wet tomorrow, not MIS. I looked very quickly at that and I was like, whoa. Could dance like, what did you guys dance like in the 80s? I saw some dances on like TikTok of their kids who would tell their parents like, what did you guys dance like in the 80s? And I feel like it was like very unique. Those who may have lived it up in the 80s, what was that like? And I was born in 1999, so 90s baby. No need to freak out. Again, this is going to be a marginal risk, so very low end event. As always, Caitlin will tell you where the storms will be if they are severe. We cover the cities, right down to the city, right down to the street. We got you covered. No need to worry. I'm not convinced you are the same. You're not the same entity. Well, all right. Correct, Nicole. If we are outside, we will be wet or moist, which is a word we use in the meteorology community. I already did the chicken dance already. I think I was 15 when we hit 15K. You guys have to go back and look because those are on our old streams on YouTube. Everything is archived, so you can go back and watch our streams from a long time ago. You can even watch when we first started. It's been a while. Elizabeth Nelson, again with the generous support here at MSC, gifting 5 memberships for those who are following us here on YouTube. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your support. And congrats to the 5 who may have just been gifted membership. Our TikTok channel is at MI Storm Chasers. And you can basically type that in for Instagram, X as well. I mean, Facebook and YouTube will also pop up at MI Storm Chasers. Oh, the disco. Yeah, I'll okay. That's right, disco fever. So you guys were in the. So this kind of my interpretive dance here. So back in the day, you guys had the greatest moves. So you guys were all just like. And then I feel like you guys did this maybe. I don't know, a little bit back and forth. And then, I don't know. Did you guys do the comb over a little bit? I don't know. I'm not really great of an interpretive dancer unless there's music playing. So it's obviously going to be kind of cringe right now. But yeah, I don't know. There's the one Fortnite dance where you see you do like this and then I don't know. It was something bad, but I feel like doing just like the shimmy. Yeah. Everyone who's tuning in right now is just like, what is going on? Do they do this all the time? The answer is yes, we do. So shimmy, shimmy. Do the hustle. Dun, 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 dun. Do the hustle. But that brought back memories. I've never played a game of Fortnite in my life, but I know I've seen some of the dances. So there's your dances. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. The hustle is very underrated of the disco era, and that song, great. What's the possibility of seeing a shelf cloud? I would say high. With the main threat being damaging windstorm, I would say yes. If you liked my dancing, hit that like button because I'll do it all the time. If you want to see me do it again, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. 25,000, I'll be back for another dance and we'll vote on it again. But in case you missed it, the top voted one was the Cotton Eye Joe, so you can go back and watch it. Welcome in, Holly. For those who just tuned in, again, I dance at every big milestone on YouTube. We hit 20,000 subscribers, I think back on August 6th. I didn't get to do the dance. I've been busy. But I got to do it tonight. So incentive to keep subscribing. But we can't do it without you guys. Hit that or share it with all your friends. Again, we have 193,000 you guys that follow us on Facebook. Only 21,000 you guys follow us on YouTube. So if we can get the crowd to at least, make accounts, follow us on YouTube, you'll see a lot more dancing. Yes, the live is saved. Again, that's another perk about YouTube is if you click on the live tab, you go to our desktop, click on the live tab on Michigan Storm Chasers YouTube. All our old live streams are always there. You can go all the way back to when we first started the channel as well. You can go back and look at when I danced for 10,000. I don't know what stream it was in. It was one of our severe weather coverages back in, I think, June or July when we had that crazy stretch of weather. So, yeah. But the good news is for those who don't like the rain, don't like the storms, after this weekend, it's looking like a very, dry stretch, at least to start. for next week for the pretty much almost the last week of August here. We're midway through August. 2024 is flying by. What a great day to become a member. Absolutely. August 24th is too far out, but right now it's looking dry for the foreseeable future. I took a very brief look at climatology, or at least upcoming long-term forecast. It could be more stormy again by the end of the month. Can't give exact days right now, but it looks like we could see more storms end of the month again. It's our late season kind of peak start to come up here, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But again, tomorrow's threat is going to be very marginal. We'll be here tracking it no matter what. So again, if you haven't followed along, if you're new here, every severe warning, every tornado warning, we're live, and it's all volunteer. So can't do without you guys. So any support you guys give our way, we do appreciate it. How much rain? Glad you asked. It's going to be very on and off, like I mentioned earlier on Facebook. So some of you guys probably heard this already, but less than a quarter inch for some places. Other places could see 2 to 3 inches, depending on where the heaviest bands of rain do set up. And Saturday will be probably the best chance for at least a washout, I guess you could say. But it's going to be very scattered in nature. It's like I said earlier, it's going to kind of look like lake effect on radar, but it's not lake effect. Sherwood should be okay overnight. I would say, given at least the 00Z HRRR run that just came in, we should be good through about 4 or 5 a.m. We'll start to kind of monitor towards the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock time frame tomorrow, Southwest Michigan. But I think the severe threat at this point is going to be midday to late evening into the overnight period for tomorrow night. So Friday night plans, if you have any Friday night plans, keep the radar, keep us on the back burner, because we'll be here updating as needed, and we'll be live as needed. But once I get off here, I'm going to make an actual detailed forecast and post it on Facebook and X. So, real quick, another way you can support us, the link tree. I'm pointing the wrong side. Right down there has our Amazon wish list. We have a lot of gear in there that we do need for our live streams, and anything you want to buy us, we do appreciate. I know we have a lot of packages that are coming in from you guys as well, and we'll do an unboxing here soon. Perhaps maybe at the Sunday Night Weekly, we'll see. So we always open it for you guys, and we do appreciate any gifts you guys send our way. So getting dehydrated. Stormy, Ryan, for tomorrow morning. Rain at the very least. It's going to be kind of the theme for the next 3 days. Off and on rain and storms. And we can't give you definitive time frames, especially for Saturday and Sunday. It's just going to be, we just got to tell you, it's going to be hit or miss, especially for Saturday and Sunday. But in terms of like solidified rounds of storms, I'm going to get a map out for that, a forecast out for that after this. So it's currently 9:50. Been on here for an hour and a half. So I think I'm about to head off. I will definitely try to get some rest. Thank you guys for making me dance, or watching me dance, I guess you could say. If you guys missed it, you can go back and watch it. I'm pretty sure I've been tagged on it on X. I haven't checked my note. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh yeah, you guys blew up my Twitter. Okay. I'll have to go look at the dance because it's on there if you guys want to go watch it. So, but again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Follow us on all our social media accounts. You name it. We're here on everything. Anybody have any last questions here? Gas gauge, you're an hour and a half late. Oh no. Severe is going to be mainly for the TLDR for tomorrow is going to be probably, I think the strongest tomorrow for anybody's going to be after that noon to 1 o'clock time frame, at least off the latest HRRR run. Again, post to come on Facebook later tonight if you guys are staying up late tonight. So. Pikachu, I'm not going to share the precipitation because it's going to vary a lot over the next 12 hours. So it might show 2 inches in Mount Pleasant tomorrow on the latest run, and then it could shift and be like 50 miles north on the next. So the precipitation amounts are going to be widely vary. But just a quick recap: severe weather expected tomorrow. The threat for tonight, if you guys can see that, if it ever loads, why is it not loading? That's cool. Oh yeah, there's your marginal risk for tonight into tomorrow morning. Southwest Michigan. Tomorrow, here's your risk. Pretty much all of the central and southern Michigan. Northern lower, not so much. So Gaylord, you guys are good up there. But you guys should still expect thunderstorms if you are in the UP tomorrow and even in northern lower. So take that accordingly. All hazards tomorrow, the primary hazards throughout the next 24 hours will be, I guess to say the next 28 hours, will be damaging winds, followed by hail, and then a very, very, very low sneaky tornado threat, brief. But again, damaging wind threat is going to be your main thing to worry about. Don't freak out. The tornado threat is going to be very, very low, and the odds of getting hit by one is pretty much 0.00001%. So, and it could still happen, but it's very, very low. Low but non-zero, as I like to say. So, yeah. Aurora chances, a little off topic, but we're still in solar maximum, so we could see more CME impacts in the future. Again, we also do cover Aurora, Starlink stuff on our pages as well for those who don't follow us on Facebook. So we do post that there as well. So we'll let you guys know when Aurora does come back. But again, the primary focus for at least tomorrow is right now is going to be the severe weather. Severe weather is always going to be primary for us. It's going to be the one thing that we're focusing on. So with that being said, I think I'm going to head off. Got you guys covered from beginning to end is our slogan. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that jazz if you haven't already. And we'll be around keeping you guys covered and safe, as always, here at Michigan Storm Chasers, as we do. And we hope to see you guys again soon here on a future live stream with yours truly and Ryan and the rest of the crew. So again, thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight, and we hope to see you later. Again, if you're just tuning in, feel free to rewind back in the stream at the very beginning. The first 10 to 15 minutes has all the details. So if need be, go back and rewatch that. I'm out of here for now. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. Thanks so much for watching.